Good morning, Committee Secretary. I'm just checking whether we have a quorum.
Hi, good morning, Chair. It would appear that we have, correct. I'm just double checking, Chair.
Okay,
Just give me a minute, Chair.
that's fine.
Chair, we're correct. Shall I proceed with the roll call, Chair?
Yes, please do so.
Dr. Ntwane,
Good morning, Chair. I'm present.
Morning.
Ms. Malamatia,
Good morning, everybody. I'm present. Thank you.
Good morning.
Mr. Mulder,
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, all. I'm present.
Good morning.
Ms. Muatse,
Good morning, Chairperson, and good morning, everyone. I'm present.
Good morning.
Mr. Mbayani,
Chairperson, thank you very much. I'm present. I'm just in transit. Apologies.
Okay, that's fine. Good morning.
Mr. Monakedi,
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, colleagues. I'm present. but
Recording
also
in
transit.
progress.
Thank you.
Chair, those are all members currently on the platform, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. There we have the agenda for today. We will be considering the final draft, the formal consideration of the report of the second and third quarter of DTIC, and then we'll also be formally considering the committee's legacy report. Can we have a move and a seconder for the adoption of the agenda? Honorable Mbiani and Honorable Malamacha.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I propose that we adopt the agenda as reflected. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Malamacha.
Thank you, Chairman. I rise to second the proposal.
Thank you. Our agenda is duly adopted. Can I then just ask the Secretary to take us through the second and third quarter report of DTIC?
Chair, thank you. Chair, the only changes, Chair, we have not received any additional comments from any political party with regard to the concluding remarks or recommendations, Chair. The only change that we have indicated in the previous one is the introduction. If Malcolm just go through the introduction, Chair. Yes, just the introduction was added, Chair. You want me to read through it, Chair, or can members just read through it, Chair?
Sorry about that. I was just changing devices. You want to read through what, Andre?
The introduction, Chair, is a short introduction, Chair.
Yeah,
or
okay. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Take us through the introduction, yes.
For the 23-24 financial year, the DTIC had introduced a fundamental shift in setting targets from a focus on outputs within the DTIC's control, key performance indicators, to a more dynamic outcome-focused approach, impact outcomes. During the second and third quarter of the 23-24 focus financial year, South Africa's manufacturing sector faced challenges with energy supply and logistics. Furthermore, South Africa's export of commodities and just give me a sec, Chair. Export of commodities and manufactured products has been facing challenges due to slow global growth. Despite these circumstances, domestic manufacturing production increased by 0.7% from December 22 to December 23. Within this economic context, the DTIC have achieved 78.8% of and 58.2% of its targets for its KPIs in the second and third quarter of the 23-24 financial year, respectively, and has spent 82% of its projected budget as at 31st December 2023. In addition, it had achieved 75% or higher of, or 86.7% of its 45 impact outcome targets. That is the introduction that was added to the report, Chair. Thanks. But like I indicated earlier, we have not received any additional comments from any political party regarding the report, Chair.
Thank you very much. So we then will ask for a mover and a seconder for the formal adoption of the report.
Correct, Chair.
Members, can we have a mover and a seconder for the formal adoption of the second and third quarter report of DTIC? Honorable Mbuyane.
Chairperson, thank you very much. I propose that we adopt the report as the true reflection of our deliberations.
Thank you. Honorable Monakedi.
Thank you, Chair. I second the motion for the adoption of the report. Thank you.
Thank you. So the report is adopted by the committee.
No. We didn't come and ask if there were any objections.
Oh, sorry. Are there any objections to the adoption of the report?
Please note the Democratic
Good morning,
Alliance.
Honorable.
Good morning.
Sorry.
Good morning.
Yes. You may
Yes, please
speak.
note our objection.
Objection.
Mr. Mulder,
I
Chair,
think
raised his hand.
Honorable Mulder.
Thank you, Chair. Please note the objection of the FF+.
Noted. Any further objections? No further objections. The report is agreed to. Thank you very much. Committee Secretary, can you take us to the next agenda item?
Chair, I think we will consider minutes, Chair, and then we'll conclude with the legacy report, Chair. I think Margaret can just flag the first sets of minutes, Chair.
Okay.
Chair, the first set of minutes was Tuesday, the 5th of March. We had a briefing by the Competition Commission on its first, second, and third quarter financial and non-financial performance for the 2023 financial year, including an update on investigations into alleged rand manipulation by a number of banks. We go down, Chair. We had an apology from Mr. Thing, Chair. The standard introductory number 1. Then followed by the briefing by the Competition Commission and the points raised by members during that deliberations is captured from 2.2. If you go down, then, Chair, there was a number of points of orders raised during the meeting, and at the meeting, you indicated, if you look at point 3. Just go down, Margot. 3.10 that you would request the committee secretary to give guidance on these points of orders that were raised in the meeting, and we'll rule on it later. Chair, if I may speak to these matters, Chair, through you, Chair?
Yes, you may.
Chair, on the first point of order raised by Mr. McPherson, when if you go, Margot, up to point 3.1, Margot. Dr. Ntwani made a following statement as a verbatim as captured. Indeed, I want to agree with my colleague that spoke earlier about the grandstanding here of the monopoly white economic defender. Mr. McPherson raised a point of order where he stated, according to House rules, is unparliamentary and unacceptable for reference to any other person's race, which the honourable member has just done, and I asked that you withdraw that. You made a ruling, Chair, but you also asked for guidance on the matter, Chair. I've also consulted with the table staff and on the matter, Chair. The member did not make any reference to the race of the member. She referred to a colloquially used term, political statement. White monopoly capital is a commonly used thing. So therefore, it's not a point of order, Chair. There was no reference to Mr. McPherson's race in itself, Chair. And I would advise that that is not a point of order, Chair.
Okay, noted.
Then on the matter, Chair.
Sorry, my hand is up.
Sorry, I'm on the other device. I can't see hands. Honorable McPherson.
Thank you, Chair. I completely and utterly disagree with what the committee secretary has said and the table staff. It is so abundantly obvious that the member was referring to myself after I had spoken. When and how can you say that she doesn't refer to my race when she says the white defender? And which one was she referring to? So, I mean, please, we can't hide and cover up for unparliamentary language, because then it actually just makes the rules of parliament a joke. We're making a mockery of them. And while I understand that we are here to, protect party interest and defend party interest, we can't do it at the expense of parliament and parliamentary rules. But please, we cannot be undermined, and our intelligence cannot be undermined by trying to say that there is nothing that was said when the words are.
If I may, Chair, the terminology
Yes.
is monopoly white economic defender. So it's as indicated. It's a term. White monopoly capital is a term used in part of the African discourse, Chair. It's a political statement, and we will stand with that, Chair, that there was no deliberate reference to the race of Mr. McPherson in that case, Chair. Chair, if you may proceed with the second one, Chair.
Thank you.
Sorry, Chair. I don't know if you if I lost your signal, but if you responded, I didn't get your response. But I heard what Mr. Herman said, and the member refers to my race. She says the white defender after I had spoken. That there is no other inference than she is referring to me. And if she doesn't have the guts to say it, then she actually just mustn't say it. But please, we can't cover up for stuff like this. It's not acceptable.
Chair, the word.
Thank you very much, Honorable McPherson. Thank you, Honorable McPherson. The word white was related to monopoly capital and not to the member. Yes. So the ruling is that is not a point of order, because she was not referring to the member. Proceed, Mr. Hermans.
Chair, on the second point that was Mr. Mbuyane expressed a view that that the member was referring to a statement made by the member, not a member to say is racist, but the utterance and grandstanding show that it is racist utterance. Chair, we concur with Mr. McPherson that if one used a terminology, it would imply that Mr. McPherson is a racist. So it's a point of order, and we will propose that Mr. Mbuyane withdraw such a statement, Chair.
Okay, Honorable Mbuyane. Can you withdraw that statement?
Thank you, Chair. I withdraw.
Thank you very much. Proceed, Mr. Hermans.
Chair, then we go to point 4, Chair. I think Maura can go to point 4. We adjourn until Wednesday, the 6th of March, Chair. Thanks. We need a move and a seconder for the adoption of the minutes, Chair. Thanks.
Can we have a move and a seconder for the adoption of the minutes of the
Mr. Monakedi, Chair.
Monakedi.
Thank you, Chair. I move for the adoption of this set of minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we have a seconder?
Mr. Malamatia, Chair.
Honorable Malamacha.
Thanks, Chair. I stand to second the move.
Thank you very much. The minutes of the 5th of March is duly adopted. Our next set of minutes.
The next 6 minutes is 6th of March, Chair, is a briefing by the National Credit Regulator on its first, second, and third quarter financial and non-financial performance for the 23-24 financial year. We have an apology from Mr. Bergman and Mr. Thring, Chair, for that particular meeting. Point 2 captures the briefing as well as the interaction with the presentation, and the meeting adjourned until Tuesday, the 12th of March, Chair. Thanks. Chair, we need a move and a second for those minutes, Chair. Dr. Ntwani, Chair.
Chair, I move for the adoption of the minutes as presented. Thank you.
Chair, Mr. Mbuyani, Chair, for the second.
My apologies, I lost connection there. Can we have a move and a second for the adoption of the minutes of the 6th of March?
Chair, we had Dr. Ntwani move for the adoption of the minutes, Chair. For
Okay.
Mr. Mbuyani now, Chair.
Okay, Honorable Mbuyani.
Chairperson, thank you very much. I second the adoption of the said minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Minutes are duly adopted. Are there any further minutes, Mr. Minutes?
There are, Chair.
Okay, proceed.
The 12th of March, Chair, we have a briefing by the National Lotteries Commission as well as its African Bureau of Standards on the third quarter financial and non-financial performance for the 23-24 financial year. We go down. Chair, we had an apology from Mr. McPherson for that particular meeting, Chair. Chair, point 2 captures the interaction with the NLC on the financial performance for the period under review, Chair, and the deliberations is captured. It's followed by SABS. And point 3, Chair, also the resolution that the committee resolved to request that all NLC employees should be subject to a lifestyle audit. The meeting adjourned until Friday, the 15th of March, 2024, Chair. Thanks.
Thank you. Can we have a mover and a second for the adoption of the minutes of the 12th of March?
Chair, we have Mr. Mbuyani, Chair.
Honorable Mbuyani.
Chairperson, thank you very much. I propose that we adopt the minutes as a true reflection of our deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have a second for the adoption of the minutes?
Mr. Monakedi, Chair.
Honorable Monakedi.
Thank you, Chair. I second the motion for the adoption of the minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Our minutes for the 12th of March is duly adopted. Next set of minutes.
Chair, the minutes for the 15th of March, we had the consideration of the first draft of the second and third quarter report of the DTIC, financial non-performance for the current financial year. And we also considered the first draft of the committee's legacy report in the 6th Parliament. And we also considered minutes, Chair. Chair, we had an apology from Ms. Foniana, Chair. We considered the first draft of the second and third quarter financial and non-financial performance report. The ANC submitted concluding remarks, which is captured in 2.4, Chair, and the committee went through that. We go down, Margo. The committee also considered the first draft of the committee's legacy report, Chair, and we took the committee through point 3.7, dealing with issues of follow-up, dealing with legislation, dealing with international agreements, dealing with lessons learned and challenges experienced, Chair. Chair, we also considered minutes of the 21st, 23rd February, 27th, and 28th of February. And committee resolved that members should submit any further inputs to both reports, and it should reach to the secretariat by the end of business on the 19th of March. The meeting adjourned until Wednesday the 20th. Chair. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Can we have movers and seconders for the adoption of the minutes of the 15th of March?
Mr. Monakedi, Chair.
Honorable
Thank you.
Monakedi.
Okay, thank you, Chair. I propose that we adopt these minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Malamatia, Chair.
Honorable Malamacha.
Thank you, Chair. I stand to second the adoption of the minutes.
Thank you. So our minutes of the 15th of March are duly adopted. Can we go to the next agenda item? But can you just tell us how we're going to manage the adoption of the minutes of this meeting so that we adopt all our minutes?
Chair, we will probably just suspend the proceedings and allow us just to complete the minutes, Chair, and maybe reconvene at 11 o'clock or earlier. The decision that the committee takes what time we reconvene to adopt the 20th minutes of the 20th. Chair.
Okay. I think we'll just have to decide on a time, because I think the 11 o'clock will not suit those of us who are at the Black Industrialist Conference. But I'll discuss it with the Secretariat.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Chair, on the legacy report, Chair, we'll just highlight some of the changes that were made and some of the issues that were raised during the last deliberations. The blue, if I'm correct, Margot, on new issues added to the report, Chair. The yellow bit is the matters raised by Mr. Bergman during the engagement on Friday, and it's captured in yellow, Chair, Mr. Bergman's matters. And the blue is the just further additions, Chair. If I just read that bullet point that was blue, is monitoring the implementation of electric vehicle white paper and the proof support for the manufacturing of electric vehicles. Second bullet point is monitoring the review of the incentive program as well as the implementation of incentives in various sectors and the impact thereof. The third bullet point in yellow, monitoring the implementation of the scrap metal ban regulations and the metal trading system, as well as the impact of these on the economy. Then we go to trade, investment, export. The addition made is monitoring interventions aimed at improving the ease of doing business, including the red tape reduction. In terms of regulations, is engaging with the relevant stakeholders on the impact and challenges associated with the current debt review system on consumer credit providers, debt counselors, and payment distribution agencies. If we go down, Margot. On matters regarding the DTIC and its entities, the points made by Mr. Bergman is monitoring the restructuring of the governance structure of regulatory bodies, is monitoring the oversight of entities, boards by the ministry. If you go down. Chair, this addition to the last bullet point on the South African Bureau of Standards, continued monitoring of the infrastructure recapitalization process, particularly at its Groenberg campus, and technological upgrades, as well as its ICT modernization process. With regard to the National Credit Regulator, monitoring its financial situation as it grants revenue and fees received has not increased over a number of years due to fiscal constraints and stagnant prescribed fees. Chair, with regard to emerging issues, in the event that the President does not assent to the bill timeously, that means it's the Copyright Amendment Bill, the committee will need to process the committee bill to ensure that the matter and or Parliament would not need to request extension from the Constitutional Court. This is in relation to the Blind SA Constitutional Court decision. If the President does not assent to the Copyright Bill, Parliament, the next committee in Parliament is required to ensure that legislation is in place before a specific time, and we just make reference to that. Issues for follow-up, tracking that the instruments of accession to the World Intellectual Property Organization's WIPO Copyright Treaty, the WIPO Performance and Phonographic Treaty, and the Beijing Treaty on Audiovisual Performance are deposited once the Copyright Amendment and the Performance Protection Amendment bills are assented to. Chair, during this Parliament, the committee has undertaken unannounced visits to the NLC. In this regard, there were challenges due to a lack of information on the projects prior to the visit, as well as access to specific addresses, particularly in the rural area. There is therefore a need to have access to specific location to plan these trips, as well as sufficient background information on the nature of the projects. Furthermore, these unannounced visits should consider tangible projects, namely with capital infrastructure and or equipment as funded, and or where funding enables staff to be employed. Recommendation for Sembang to consider developing joint rules to guide the mediation process where there is no clear decision position on a Section 76 bill at the National Council of Provinces. Chair, this is in reference to the National Gambling Bill, where there was a 4-4 split with regard to the bill, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Is Honourable Bergman on the platform?
Yes, Chair. He's on the platform, Chair.
Okay. Honourable Bergman, has the Secretariat correctly captured your inputs?
Yes,
that
thank
we
you.
have now highlighted in yellow.
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. So can we then just ask if there are if there's any opposition to what has been added by Honourable Bergman, which he did articulate in our previous meeting, and also what has been added by the team. That's all the sections in blue. If there is no opposition to what was added, to both the additions by Honourable Bergman and the team, then let me ask for a mover and a seconder for the adoption of the legacy report of the Portfolio Committee on Trade, Industry and Competition for the 6th Parliament.
Chair, Mr. Mbuyane raised his hand, Chair.
Honourable Mbuyane.
Thank you very much, Chair. I rise to propose that we adopt this legacy report for the 6th Parliament. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The seconder.
Mr. Monakedi, Chair.
Honourable Monakedi.
I so second.
Thank you. Are there any objections to the adoption of this report as tabled? No objection, so the report is agreed to and our legacy report is adopted. Is there any further announcements?
Chair, it's just the matter of considering of the minutes for today, Chair, and at what time shall we reconvene, Chair? Chair, we'll probably just need a started with the minutes, so you probably need maximum about half an hour, even shorter than that, Chair, just to capture the decisions that was taken today, Chair, through you, Chair. Ms. Khoniana just joined the meeting as well as we're speaking, Chair. So it's a decision when we should be ready by 9:30 to proceed if members have choose. It will probably be a 10-minute meeting, Chair, 5-minute meeting, Chair.
Okay, so can I then propose that it's 9 o'clock, that we reconvene at 9:30? Can we reconvene on the same link?
We leave the platform open, Chair, and members can rejoin, start proceedings at 9:30.
Okay, that's fine. So members, you can either stay connected until 9:30, or you can leave and come back on the same link to join the meeting so that we adopt the minutes of this meeting, and we would then have adopted all the minutes. We'll have no outstanding minutes. Thank you very much.
And Chair will
See
also
you at
provide
9:30.
no problem, Chair.
Okay.
Recording stopped.
Committee Secretary, can I just confirm that we still have a quorum?
Correct, Chair. We still correct, Chair.
Thank you. Are we ready to adopt the minutes?
We are, Chair. Our minutes, Chair, for the days proceedings.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ms. Thomas, can you just give me sharing rights, please?
Okay. God, that you. Chair, may I take members through the minutes, Chair?
Yes, thank you.
Chair, this morning we considered the second and third quarter financial and non-financial performance report of the DTIC for this current financial year. We also considered the legacy report of the committee in the 6th Parliament, and we considered minutes, Chair. You can go down, Chair. We will just make a change to 1.4, Chair. Mr. Konyane has joined the meeting, Chair. And so we'll make that adjustments, that amendment, Chair. Then
just check if I think Honourable Thring also joined.
It's also on your, Chair.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So Margaret must just make that check, this change before we proceed, and then we proceeded with the formal consideration, which was then seconded and moved and seconded by Mr. Miani and Mr. Monakeli. Chair, we'll just have to add the 2.4, the Democratic Alliance and the Freedom Front Plus objected to the objection of the report. Then, Chair, we consideration of minutes, Chair. Minutes of the 5th was adopted, and we just captured the comments made by the committee secretary, Chair. 3.3 and 3.4, Chair. Mr. Miani withdrew the statement at the request of the chairperson, and minutes were adopted, Chair. Then we proceeded with the formal consideration of the legacy report, Chair, which was moved and seconded by Mr. Mbuyane Monakedi. We suspended proceedings for half an hour, Chair. We reconvened and we are submitting the minutes for the 20th, and we will add the names of those who move and second at the meeting. And adjournment will be at the time that we adjourn, Chair.
Okay.
So we request a move and a second, Chair.
Thank you. Can we have a move and a second for the adoption of the minutes of today?
Mr. Mbuyane, Chair.
Honourable Mbuyane.
And Ms. Mwatse.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, for the opportunity I rise to propose that we adopt the minutes as a true reflection of our deliberation. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Mwatse.
Yes, thank you, Chairperson. I second the move of the adoption of the
okay. Thank you very much, Honourable Mwatse's reception is very poor, but we've managed to capture that she seconded the final minutes of the Portfolio Committee. The minutes
Chair,
are
I
duly
second.
Yes. So as we adjourn or end the last meeting of this Portfolio Committee, I want to take this opportunity to thank the Portfolio Committee members. It has not been an easy term because we we in 2020, we experienced the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic across the world. And also during that time, we also lost our chairperson, Honorable Duma Nkosi and Honorable Mantashe. So COVID also brought new ways of operating, and I think in some ways new and sometimes better ways of operating, as is reflected in our legacy report. So I want to take this opportunity to thank the committee members for the collegial manner in which we conducted business, I think almost 100% of the time in this committee, to get the business of fulfilling the mandate of portfolio committees of the National Assembly done. So we hope that the legacy report that we've just adopted will guide the work of the next committee in the 7th Parliament to conclude the outstanding matters and, of course, take on new challenges that arise in the economy. So with that, thank you very much to all members, and I wish you well as you campaign in the elections, and we'll see each other at the ballot box on the 29th of May. Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned.
McPherson and Mr. Mulder raise their hands, Chair.
Thank you. Honourable McPherson.
Thank you, Chair. And let me say thank you for your words. And if I may, I would like to maybe just spend a minute or so reflecting on the last 5 years. I'm sorry, I'm just being... Sorry, I do apologize about that. I just would like to spend a minute or so reflecting on the last 5 years. As a member of the Portfolio Committee now for 10 years, I think that I might be slightly qualified to reflect on the work that you've done as the chairperson. I think that you have handled the job as the chair with dignity. I think that you have brought a level of respect and inclusiveness that had been missing from the committee for a couple of years. And I think that you have certainly, from what I can see, and when I chat to colleagues in other committees, I think that that you have, in my opinion, probably been one of the better, or maybe the best committee chairs in Parliament. And that is similar to what happened in the 6th Parliament, where I thought that our committee and our former chair was also one of the best, if the not best performing committees and chairpersons. So I think you've done an extraordinary job under difficult circumstances. You brought a fractured committee together when you took over. And I think that you had a very open door to say, if there are issues that you want to raise, if there are issues that you would like to bring to the fore on behalf of your constituents, then please do so, and let's deal with that as a committee. That doesn't mean that we've agreed on everything, far from it. It doesn't mean that when we've got to the House, we treated each other softly. But I think that what you showed us is that we could disagree, but we disagreed with dignity and with respect. And I think certainly from the DA side, from me personally, I would like to thank you, Chairperson, for the work that you've done. And I certainly wish you well in whatever endeavors you choose to pursue going forward. And I do hope that you will remain a friend of mine and of ours, and that we will be able to keep that conversation and friendship going even beyond the election. I said once to someone that, Parliament that you watch on TV is really the theatre where people like to perform, but the committees actually is where the real business of Parliament is done, and where we actually agree on most things. Well, of course, we can disagree, but I think that our committee, and through your stewardship, has really reinforced my belief that Parliament is a place for debate, it is a place for ideas, and you have certainly facilitated that in what we would expect of a chairperson. So thank you, and best wishes for the future, Chairperson.
Thank you very much for those kind words, Honorable Mulder.
Thank you, Honourable Chair, members and colleagues and support staff of the committee. I also wish to thank you for the 5 years. It was indeed a difficult, a weird type of 5 years with COVID and Parliament burning down and everything. And then, of course, the change that we see in politics. South Africa, the new South Africa is still in the making. We haven't arrived there. And we've all got an obligation to see to it that the new, better South Africa rises, especially for our children and grandchildren. Chair, thank you for chairing the committee in the way that you did. For every colleague and every support staff, Andre and everyone, I must also say that this committee has been steered very professionally. It was pleasant. It was very active. And let me conclude by saying this for you who can understand Afrikaans. Weird situation that we've got in South Africa with unity, diversity, unity. There's Afrikaans saying that says, and Chair would understand it, dis net katte en politici wat kan vry en beklei terselfdertyd. Baie dankie.
I think I must loosely translate that for the committee. It's only cats and politicians who can romance each other and fight each other at the same time. Honorable Sri.
Thank you, Chair. Certainly what Honorable Mulder said brought a smile to my face. Certainly some truth in that Afrikaans statement. But Chair, let me also take this opportunity to thank you, and especially also all of the colleagues on the committee and support staff. It has certainly been an interesting 5 years with COVID and the interruptions that we experienced with Parliament burning down. But despite the challenges that we faced, we as a committee were able to come together and continue to put the interests of South Africans first. Chair, also just want to thank you for your sterling manner of chairing this particular committee, having taken over from Honorable Nkosi that we lost. And I must say, Chair, that you've done an excellent job in filling the shoes, and certainly was big shoes to fill because he was also a great chairman. And you've done a sterling job in that. Outstanding for me, Chair, was the fact that this was one of the few committees that was able to take a multi-party delegation to our visit to South Korea. And certainly one of the highlights for me, and I would suppose many of our committee members in this sixth Parliament. But here we want to also wish you and all of our colleagues well as we would contest these elections. And while we going in as opposing members and opposing parties, may we always put the interests of South Africa first. And Chair, as you spoke to you, and I know that you're also looking forward to spending some time with family and possibly with grandchildren. But whatever your future holds, may it be bright, and may the Lord guide you and all of our colleagues, whether you come back or not in the next sitting of Parliament. May you be guided by the Lord and protected by him. And thank you also for your friendship and the manner in which we've been able to conduct our business in this committee. Thank you, Chair, and thank you, colleagues.
Thank you very much for those kind words. There are no further hands, Committee
Mr.
Chair.
Mbuyani's hand, Chair.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Honorable Mbuyani.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Let me take this opportunity and also appreciate the manner in which we have been able to engage. We differ to agree with our colleagues, but we're able at least to pave a way forward in assisting our people, because we here as parliamentarians to change the life of our people. And let us also acknowledge the manner in which we presented ourselves with the opposition and also other colleagues. We were not like as an opposing to each other, but were sharpening contradictions so that we're able to get the way forward. We wish all of us maybe a wonderful season, going back to our roots and working for elections. If we come back, we'll be able to meet each other again. If not, we will have to do with our endeavors moving forward. Thank you very much, Chairperson, for the opportunity. Let me take a special thanks to you as a chair. You were able to conduct this meeting properly, and you were able to move forward. Even today, I apologized because of your instructions, not because I was wrong, but the manner in which you requested me to apologize. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you to the whip of the committee for the job done.
Yes, thank you very much.
Chair,
Thank you very much.
Chair,
Honorable Klonyana.
Thank you very much, Chair. I also just want to raise to say that I would like to take this opportunity to thank you so much. I did not start with the committee at the beginning. I did join it later on, but it did feel like home. The discussions, the arguments were always done in a professional manner, and you always guided us to make sure that what we do is for the benefit of South Africa and not for ourselves. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank our colleagues as well. You learn every single day. We've learned a lot from each other as well. And we have always done what was best for the committee and not for ourselves. With those words, Chair, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you and wish all the best to you. You are one of those different individuals who have managed to take different people from different parties and able to make it work. I would like to thank our staff as well, the support staff, and everybody who was with us in the 6th Parliament. So thank you so much, Chairperson, and thank you to the whip as well. Thank you so much, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much. No further hands, Committee Secretary?
No further hands, Chair.
Okay. Let me just take this opportunity and thank the members who have thanked the staff. Because I think only if you're a chairperson, you have a full understanding of the hard work that goes into making a portfolio committee run smoothly. And I think this committee staff, the PC of Trade, Industry and Competition, the staff, the secretariat, the content advisor, the researcher, the administrator have at all times been highly professional in their work and at all times delivered on what it is that is required by the committee. So let me also then thank the Ms. Tsulufelo Mushi, the parliamentary liaison officer for the ministry, for also the way and the cooperative way in which she has engaged with this committee. With that, thank you very much. Once again, I wish you well in the election. Goodbye.
Long live the chair. Long live the chair.
Good chair.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
Chair. Thank you, everyone.